If you create content for your business, you're not just posting for the sake of it. At least, I hope you're not. Because the goal isn't just to stay busy or to please an algorithm. It's to build something meaningful, something that makes you visible, more trusted and easier to choose. But for a lot of people, that's not what it feels like. It feels like you're just posting and shouting into the void, trying different ideas, experimenting with formats and just hoping that something takes off. And even if something does work once, it doesn't necessarily lead anywhere. The next post feels like you're starting again from scratch. The people who do this really well aren't just posting random ideas. They are building a body of work. It's a collection of content that's all related, that proves what they know and helps them become known for something. Over time, that becomes an asset. And that asset could be a YouTube channel or a course or a book. And most people don't think about their content like this. They think in terms of individual posts with the occasional series, maybe. Not something that builds over time. But a body of work is different. It compounds, and each piece strengthens the last one and makes the next one more effective. It's something people can find, learn from, and come back to. This is what I've built for myself over the last 5 years, primarily on YouTube on a different channel, but also some social content and blog posts. Ultimately, that body of work was combined into a book that now gets recommended in universities around the world. When you have a clear body of work, a few things start to happen. First, your authority increases. You've explored your topic deeply from every angle. You're solving that problem better than anyone else. Second, your visibility compounds. Everything you post or share is connected to the main problem you solve. So humans and algorithms come to understand what you do and recommend you for it. And third, you prove your expertise. People trust you before they ever meet you. They know you're the right person to solve their problem. And you don't have to convince anyone. People can just see it for themselves. And practically speaking, a strong body of work does three things. It helps people find you through social media algorithms, personal recommendations, and Google searches. Because you've proved that you can solve this problem really well, your body of work shows up. It comes to mind easily. I spent the last 10 years helping freelancers find work. And if you search anything to do with illustration careers on Google, Instagram, YouTube, even Amazon, my body of work is on the first page in one form or another. It also gives them a way to learn from you because your ideas are connected. You're not just posting one-off unrelated essays or videos. You're exploring the same focused set of problems from different angles, building depth, clarity, and a solution that is tied to you. So that gives people a clear reason to choose you over anyone else. You become associated with the problem or the solution to the problem. They trust you, they remember you, and when they need help with that problem or they talk to someone with that problem, you're the person they think of. That's what a body of work actually does. Most people don't approach content creation with this end goal in mind. They post lots of things, whatever feels relevant that day, and maybe they double down on what works over time, but there's always an element of experimentation. Some of it might land, but it's often not building towards anything specific. So what you end up with is a collection of content that might be useful, but not memorable. People might like a post or agree with something you've said, but they don't associate you with anything specific. And without that association, there's nothing to come back to. There's no reason to come back to you. So even if the right client finds you, they can't get a clear sense of what you do and who you help. Think about the people you trust most in your field or in fields that you're interested in learning about. Chances are those people have created a lot of content around a specific idea. I'm thinking of Simon Sinek, The Power of Why, Cal Newport, Deep Work, James Clear, Atomic Habits. Not just one post about a big idea, but dozens, sometimes hundreds of connected pieces of content exploring that big idea from different angles, in different formats, and at different levels of depth, but all connected. That's why we know these people. It's obvious what they do and what they stand for, and that's what makes them easy to choose. And it's not that these people only have one idea, far from it. It's that they choose one idea to go deep on and built everything else around it. That's why their work feels cohesive and why it sticks. A body of work takes time to create. Of course it does. But it's so powerful because it creates association in people's minds. You are the person who solves this kind of problem for this kind of person. Not because of your credentials or that you tell people that you're an expert in something, but because they've seen you talk about it again and again in a way that makes sense and feels useful. So next time you're thinking about what to post on LinkedIn or writing your email newsletter, don't think about what you're going to post next. Think, what am I building towards? What do I want to be known for? And what problem do I want to be associated with solving? And ask yourself, does this post, essay, or video help you get there? Because this changes how you approach everything. What you write about, what you ignore, what you repeat a lot, it gives you a filter. And not every good idea is worth posting, only the ones that move you closer to being known for something. So this means you'll be repeating yourself a lot and covering the same ground from different angles. But that's how ideas stick and how people remember you. A lot of people are creating content, but the majority aren't building something meaningful with it. If you want your content to actually lead somewhere instead of being a daily grind of experimentation and disappointment, it has to be connected and it has to compound and it all has to point in the same direction. That's how you become known for something and how your body of work ultimately starts working for you. If you're trying to figure out what you want to be known for and how to start building your body of work, there's a link in the description to book a short call so we can map out your next steps. See you next time.